Your labs this morning were still cooking. So it'll just be a few minutes. But everything else looks good. You'll probably get to go home today.
Okay.
Okay. When Doc cut yesterday, he told him that it was kind of like a little bit complicated or something because of the what you call it, neurosurgeon that did the.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell me? Because he.
Yeah.
He just. He was so worried and stuff.
Oh yeah. So everything was fine. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Dr. Petro did a good job of.
He said, it wasn't to worry about it. It was just.
So anytime you have surgery anywhere, you get scar tissue there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that makes it harder if we have to go back and do something in the same area. So you had a procedure here where they had already disrupted all the tissues, which is fine, like that's what surgery is. But it just made it tougher for us because it was sticky. Yeah. Everything
it was basically scar tissue.
Yeah, so it just took us a little while longer, and we just had to be careful. And
it was just done September 18th.
Yeah, well, and sometimes if you do it after like 2 to 6 months can be the worst time, but anyway.
So that was.
It could have been, but nonetheless, we didn't. I mean, other than it being a little more difficult.
The way he was trying to explain it, it was like kind of like Doc had maybe messed up the thyroid wards, or maybe had it turned crooked or something. The way he was understanding it, maybe.
No.
So
when we do a thyroid, what we basically do is we go in the middle. Mm-hmm. Okay, well we cut this way, but then on the inside we cut this way, and then so we get it exposed, and your thyroid is like stuck down normally, even if you haven't had surgery. So we'll like pull it out.
Yeah.
And then carefully find the nerve and stuff, and kind of put the nerve back in. Mm-hmm. I guess that's a decent way to explain it. Anyway, that's what he was talking about.
I've watched plenty of videos.
Yeah. So we kind of pull it out so we can see it because we can't operate in the hole.
Yeah.
But everything was fine.
Okay.
It just took a little longer than normal, but it's no big deal. No big deal. And you're talking good, which is perfect. You're not swelling, which is good.
I've had more of my normal back pain from the herniated disc and stuff, and from moving around, and I've had this actually.
Yeah, and we didn't really mess with any of the bones back there, so
it's very right here up.
So we got some labs cooking to make sure that your parathyroids, we didn't damage them. Mm-hmm. We found all four of them. Yeah, all four of them. There was one that was kind of stuck to the thyroid, and we got it off. Sometimes when we have to manipulate it, it'll like to go to sleep for a few days, and then usually it'll come back to normal. Mm-hmm. But if you've got 3 other glands, it doesn't even matter. We could have taken it out and it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay.
Are you having any numbness or tingling in your fingers or around your lips?
I'm just cotton mouth from hell.
Yeah. That's just from surgery and all that. But you're able to drink and keep stuff down. Good. Mm-hmm. I don't anticipate those labs showing anything that we're going to have to keep you for. Mm-hmm. Petro will come by, but he's going to let you go home. I'm like 99.8% sure.
Yeah.
So some things to remember. Keep ice on it for a few days. It'll keep the sweat. I know.
I've got the drinking ice water, and I've got how many ice packs at home?
Take it easy for a week or two. Like, watch the TV easy. You can. I
straightened my guts out on this table yesterday, and it made it hurt. Like pull it a little bit right there.
Yeah, don't be doing any of this too much. No heavy lifting.
So I can't drive home.
Well, not if you're taking pain medicine. Yeah, you can actually drive. I would probably wait a few days just in case, because if nothing happens, you'll be fine. But if for any reason you had to do that, we would hate for you to bleed because you did that. I don't think you would, but just give it a week or 4 or 5 days at least. But that's the plan.
She's doing pretty good.
Oh, she's doing great. You're doing great. So he'll come by.
Nurse fussed at me last night because I unhooked my IV and took a shower. She's like, you're not supposed to do that. I was like, look, I was a nurse for 15 years. I can unscrew the button for just a minute to watch.
Yeah.
She was grinning. She wasn't like mean fussing.
Yeah.
She was just like,
Yeah.
hand on the hips. And she's like, would you be still and go to bed? And that one was like, yes, please, go to bed. I was up all night. I just went to sleep like 30 minutes ago.
Well, he'll probably let you get out of here this morning. Maybe you can go sleep in your own bed and be a little more comfortable.
I'm always like that though. I'm always up all night and sleep all day.
Whatever.
That's been my whole life. I don't see that ever changing.
It happened.
He's tried, trust me.
You got any other questions?
None that I can think of.
Okay.
We're just a bit curious about the thyroid,
The
difficulty.
pathology. Yeah, that'll be a couple days before they look at all that.
It'll be.
He'll probably just go over it all with you in the clinic visit. He'll see you in 2 weeks. Because usually it'll take 7 days for them to like cut it all up, and they have to stain it is what actually takes so long. So they have to let it sit in a solution for like 3 days. I don't know what all it is, but several days for it to take all the solution in, and then they can look at it. So that's why it takes several days.
The endocrinologist, she was like, I see the lumps, I've seen this test, and she was like, I'm an endocrinologist, I do this daily. And we bet 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I'm pretty sure they're going to find some cancer cells in there. And she just the way the lumps are. She said, if it's not, it's very fast growing lumps, the way the sizes are.
We went ahead and took some lymph nodes out too, which would be the only other surgery. Like, if we just took your thyroid and then they called cancer, we would have to go back and do lymph nodes. So we went ahead and did that. So surgically, we're not anticipating having to do anything else.
Okay. Well,
Even
I've already
if it is
had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, so.
Yeah. So even if it is cancer, we're not anticipating having to go back and cut anything else out. No. They may have some other treatments they do, whatever, but that we'll worry about that if it comes back. Okay.
Okay.
Good to see y'all this morning.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Thank you too.
And I gotta go pee again.